Hi guys, this is Slam Poetry 2025 and I'll be your MC today. My name is Cece and without further ado, this is James with Life as a Cowboys Fan.
As a Cowboys fan, life is hard. Every single year we fall. We haven't had any success since 1995. The only ounce of success was in 2016. We went 13-3 and made the playoffs, thanks to the man leading the offense, the most underrated quarterback in the league, Dak Prescott. With success comes failure. In October of 2023, the Cowboys would lose 42-10 to a rival so big its height would be taller than the Empire State Building. The San Francisco 49ers, one of the most annoying teams in NFL history. Teams like the Dolphins, Steelers, and Patriots can be close to the same level of annoyance. Dolphins went undefeated in 1972. Steelers won 6 Super Bowls with 2 different quarterbacks. Patriots won 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady. Now, with some recent tragedy, the Cowboys lost a great player. Defensive end Marshawn Kneeland passed away on November 6th at age 24. He was only in his second season. And one thing I will always remember about the Dallas Cowboys is that they are a better team all time than the Buffalo Bills, because in Super Bowl 27, Dallas won 52-17 against Buffalo. And now, here's Cece with Dear Mom.
Dear Mom, as I got older, I started to see the real you, the real mom that never loved me, even though I said I loved you too. I wished upon a shooting star just to cry when I saw a mother and daughter from afar. You said you were there for me through all of it, but weren't you the one to cause it? All I wanted was to be good enough for you, but all I felt like was a burden to you. You never came to our birthday parties, but you loved to go to different parties. Every time I spoke up, your lies would shut me up. You chose the drugs and the parties and all the guys who gave you attention, and did I forget to mention that all I got was neglection? You said you knew everything about me, but when I asked, you'd only say what you pictured it to be. Your sorries were like using a Band-Aid to patch up a broken glass, but hey, I guess that's fine. We'll forget it. Because it was in the past, but although this might have been years ago, I can't forget and I can't forgive you. Because now I'm scared someone I love will leave me. But I think you deserve a nominee for not being a mom to your daughter like you were supposed to be. Next up, Frank with her poem. Next up, Anne with her poem, Frank.
I have this strange neighbor. His name is Frank. Every time I load off my broom, he's staring, deeply staring, but he has no eyes. I mean, my great aunt lost her eyes while making a potion, but his are completely hollow, and his face is masked with a pumpkin, leaving him with one emotion. The neighbor kids make up stories about the strange gentleman. Sometimes I wonder if he is lonely. So I whipped up a pie and went over for dinner. I hope he likes pumpkin.
Next up, Aiden with Mad.
Welcome. What's the matter? Have you be as mad as a hatter? Oh look, they seem so happy. Is this your doing? No, pathetic. It's almost like you're apathetic. Doctor, what do you say? I say that it's going your way. Wonderful, wonderful. Now how about that? Oh, so perfect. Yeah, oh, so broken. It's going your way. How come no one knows? Masking, it's all so fake. So why does it look so great? Takes two to share. So what's the fare? Is it making the two of you happy? A talk while you walk. It's almost common, since you've both fallen. Oh, so long ago. So don't hide it, show it, fully enjoy it. Masking. All masks break, so please, let me help, despite my Hippocratic ways. Why try to please? Is it the bee's knees? No, I'm broken, I'm leaving it unspoken. My friend, how dare? Is that the burden you bear? Tell me, please, I won't share. But that's okay, for the cracks build. And all we can say is, hey, what's the worst that can happen? You're insane, utterly insane. Me? No. Simply insane is society's way of coping with difference. All masks crack. All masks are different. And I guess helping is sufficient? For me? Yes, though ever more harmful. So why not get a mouthful? Because as you had said, I'm insane. So must I be your bane? Work with me, and you'll see. How bad can help be? Please talk to me, tell me, work with me. I may be insane, but I will hold your hand through it in our insanity. Broken masks and pleasing will be left fleeting. Next is Cruz with Through the Breeze.
I've always really liked hockey. I still do. It's one of those things no one really knows about me. It's never brought up or talked about. It just kind of sits in the back of my head. I tried it when I was younger and I played fairly well for my age. But like all good things, it came to an end. After a while, my mom introduced me into cross country when I was in 7th grade. I never wanted to do it. So much so, my mom had to lie just to get me out the door. But on that day, that's where I met my very best friends. That's the day running became my social life. It was easy learning everyone's names to their faces, and I could tell on that very day I would love it there, until I actually had to run. The races were either too hot to be wearing clothes at all, or too cold to be wearing a sleeveless jersey and short shorts. I would always stop. I was always minutes away from my personal record, and I was always in last place. But as the rest of my team knew, I only really cared about having fun. Eventually, I did start caring. Over a summer where I had nothing else to do but run, I started enjoying the horrible conditions running came with. The hot sweat on my cold scalp, running against the wind and chilling breeze. I built up my endurance and my mental stamina to fight harder than anyone else. Everyone was going through the same exact pain as me. So I give up. It was never worth it. What was worth it was the rush of dopamine when I was proud of myself for giving it my all. I always thought the races would be the hardest part, but realistically, it was leaving our practices or meets after spending 7 hours in the freezing cold with the only people that would make it worth it. And here is Jaden with Silence Within the Sound.
She sits in gentle silence, eerily quiet to others, but painfully loud to her. She tries to speak, but her voice was ripped from her throat. At their lies, she fell for his lies, and then she fell for his and hers and his and his and hers and his and his. She has to give him credit, though. His lies weren't lies at the time they were spoken, but still now the promises are broken. Broken. She feels broken. He said he hated him. He said he wouldn't trust him, but now she can't trust him. Trust Trust is a silly thing, a porcelain doll once shattered deemed irreparable. Irreplaceable, once shattered, lost for good. Lost. That's how she felt until I found the beautiful sounds, the guitars shredding through like ocean currents, cutting through the waves of sorrow. It gave me hope for tomorrow. Tomorrow. 1 year later, and I'm back on my feet. My life feels complete, and he is left behind. A shadow of what I once was, but hey, people change. Change. Change is a silly little thing. No one ever wants it, but as Smash Mouth once said, we could all use it. I am the product of change. My change. Music helped me change. Music was my voice when I felt I had none. My inner guitar spewing countless melodies, never broken by strings going flat. Back then, she felt broken. Now I stand proud.
Up Hunter from Human Psychology. Next up, Michael, Human Psychology.
All to the grim and uncanny, as I inform you on the few or the many grim, shameless, and foul experiments conducted in the name of human psychology. And to those disturbed, I offer no apology. Any questions after that opening? No? Good. And you know what? Screw rhyming, this isn't preschool. I'll get right into a tame one, but that won't mean much. In the early 1960s, Stanford University psychologist Albert Bandura attempted to demonstrate that human behavior can be learned through observation of reward and punishment. To do this, he required 72 nursery-age children together with a large inflatable toy known as a voodoo doll. He then made a subset of the children watch an aggressive model of behavior. An adult violently beat and verbally abused the toy for around 10 minutes. Alarmingly, Bandura found that of the 24 children who witnessed the display, in many cases the behavior was imitated. Left alone in the room with the voodoo doll once the adult had gone, the children exposed to the violence became verbally and physically aggressive towards the doll, attacking it with an intensity arguably frightening of those seeing one so young. In 1963, Bandura carried out another voodoo doll experiment that yielded similar results. Nevertheless, the psychology research has since come under fire on ethical grounds, seeing as its subjects were basically trained to act aggressively with possible longer-term consequences and not healthy childhood development. And yes, that was the tame one. Nothing says scientific breakthrough like conditioned violence and hatred. Moving on to another topic, we have the famous Little Albert experiment. The Little Albert experiment is one of the psychological experiments gone wrong. Things were different in the 1920s. Back then, you could take a healthy baby and scare it silly in the name of science. That's exactly what American social psychologist John B. Watson did at Johns Hopkins University. Watson was interested to learn if he would be able to condition a child to fear something ordinary. He coupled it with something that he supposed triggered an inborn fear. Watson borrowed 8-month-old baby Albert for the unethical psychological experiment. First, Watson introduced the child to a white rat. Fairly harmless. But upon observing that it didn't scare Albert, Watson then reintroduced the rat, only this time together with a sudden loud noise. Naturally, the noise frightened Albert. Watson then deliberately got Albert to associate the noise with the rat until the baby couldn't even see the rat without bursting into tears. Essentially, the psychologist gave Albert an unpleasant phobia. Moreover, Watson then went on to make the infant distressed in seeing a rabbit, a dog, and even the furry white beard of Santa Claus. By the end of the experiment, Albert might as well have been traumatized for life. And I wasn't informed it was that bad, so I think I'm done here. Last up is Hunter with D&D Isn't Just a Game.
Dragons isn't just a game, it's a world, a story. It uses dice, but those dice can mean anything, any possibility. Dungeons and Dragons is a concept, an outline. It's creativity unbound. You can't dictate what it is. It has characters, story arcs. It's a world contained in the mind and the notes of those who play it, created by people like you and me, created by the Wizards of the Coast. They made this structure, this idea, this concept. Dungeons and Dragons means a lot to me. It's a creative outlet that I use to better illustrate my thoughts instead of just writing text on a piece of paper. Since the story is created by the players, it can go anywhere. Anything could happen. It's more alive than a book or story could convey, I say. It can be about anything, and that's what I love about it. People stereotype it, saying it's for nerds or weirdos, but that isn't true. Anyone can play it. Kids, adults, it doesn't matter who you are. Dungeons and Dragons can find a way to fit into your niche.
Thank you for everyone that was watching and for the viewers at home that were watching too. Again, my name is Cece and this is Slam Poetry 2025.
Good job, guys.